Hello everyone. I'm making a video to show you guys how I made 20K trading in lots of 5,000. Um, I gained about $22,000 in this mutual fund or ETF, and I did it using the Direxion Utilities funds. I have over 500 shares. It's currently worth almost $31 a share. The current value is almost 18 grand. I have $0 invested in this currently. All my investments of my initial investments I've taken out. I've also taken out an additional $5,000 of the profits. So if I were to sell right now, right this moment, I would be up 2,300 bucks on an investment I started 2 years ago. I'm doing this video because I said to buy this utility fund a week ago, 2 weeks ago, whatever it was. I'm not a broker. I'm just a knucklehead telling you what I've done. So, take from this what you will. But I've told some people I would help them out, share with them what I'm investing. And I get a lot of questions about what I'm buying, how much to buy, how much to sell, when did you do it, when do you buy and sell. So I'm going to make a video showing you everything I've done investing into utilities. Every buy, every sell I made in this fund, I'm going to share with you. I use this Spider fund. It's a utility fund that tracks, well, utilities. It's a benchmark I use to keep track of the value large cap utility funds. You can see that this one is 100% invested into utilities. This is the top 10 companies that this benchmark is following. This may vary because this is just the latest and greatest information given to Yahoo. I'll talk about this Direxion utility fund I bought back in April. In May, you may have heard the saying go away in May, but I've always struggled to figure out where I'm going and why. They usually get out of the growth funds and go into value funds or CDs or maybe money markets, bonds, yield, something less aggressive during the summer months because people are taking off on vacation. Earnings season is over in April and typically tends to be less volume in the summer months than in the later months, October, winter months. So I use this Direxion utility fund. If you go to Yahoo, you can look at the profile and find out what this is about. But it's an actual ETF. It acts similar to a mutual fund, but it trades like a regular stock. Has a fund manager that decides which funds to buy and sell that are related into the utilities. You can see they also are 100% invested in utilities, and you might notice that a lot of these top 10 holdings match the top 10 holdings I used that were in the benchmark. When you purchase this ETF, rather than buying an individual stock, which you have a 70% chance of losing your money, you're buying little portions of each one of these. You have a partial interest in every one of these companies. And really the only way for you to go all the way down to zero, to lose all your money overnight, these companies, all these utility companies would be no longer providing services for their community. So if there were no utilities tomorrow, I doubt the dollar is going to be the most important thing right now because something major has happened if we don't have power anymore. So that means everything shut down and your dollar has become worthless anyways. So if you think you're not going to have utilities tomorrow, this might not be a good buy. If you think you're going to have utilities for the next 5-10 years and you're going to be using utilities, why not make a little money on the utilities? So a lot of people will buy hoping to protect in case of a down market. So if you're heavyweight in the growth funds and the growth funds start tanking, sometimes the utility funds actually go up in value or hopefully won't go down as much. If nothing else, they should be giving you quarterly dividends. So by investing in this, I can get more money than sitting it in the money market, CDs, any of that. So you'll get quarterly dividends. And I don't know about you, but I don't buy a TV every day. But I flip a light switch, I turn on the water, I run the fridge, I pay utility bills every month. I've been paying more in utility bills than I have my cell phone. So in that aspects, utilities is always getting some kind of income coming in. I've never bought this. If you would ask me 5 years ago about buying utilities, I'd say you're crazy. It doesn't make any money. Why would you buy it? It's not exciting at all. I'm the guy that likes to go to the fun clubs. When Apple comes out with a new product, everybody's going to want to buy that new phone. Or when Nintendo and Xbox, they come out with new games, everybody wants to buy those and those stocks go up on that. What has Puget Sound Energy got? What are they going to produce that everybody's going to get all excited and start buying into the stock? I mean, what can they do? A new light bulb, or I don't know, somehow make it more efficient running water through the power plants or whatever. I don't know what they could do to make it exciting to buy. So it's just kind of not as interesting as a buy. I started looking at this years ago, but I look at things like let's see what's going on with the 5 or 10 years. If I were to invest in this, what would I expect to gain? If you look at this chart, this fund's gaining about 8, 9, 10% a year. If you hold for 5 or 10 years, I'm like, that is not very exciting to me. I don't really want to hold for that. Looking at the last 20 years, what kind of gains have we had? On the right hand side, you see XLU here. That's the benchmark. And then compared to the categories that invest in the same thing, what were their averages, which are going to be very similar. Okay. 23% is decent returns, 28% good returns, but it's boring compared to like my tech funds. 40-50% was many times. I had times where my tech funds were getting over 100%. So why would I ever buy utilities? It just doesn't seem like it makes much money at all. I've made a lot of money though in the tech. I know I got to preserve it somewhere, so you can't just expect tech to go up and up and up. So I'm pulling out profits and I don't know where to go. And I wish I was better, more equipped, or had better knowledge of how the utility funds work. So I started actually buying into this. The dividends should pay more than any interest rates you're going to get in the savings accounts or money markets. You buy a CD, you probably don't even get as much, and then you lock it up for however long, 12 months, whatever. Putting money into utility funds allows you to pull it in and out anytime you want. You're not limited to hold for any length of time. So if the market tanks and I have money in the utility funds, in the ideal world, this utility funds went up, the tech funds are down, and then I swap them. And then when the tech funds go up, I preserve the gains and go back to utilities, which would be great if they're down. I buy on a down, and then, hopefully they go back up again. So I'm looking to buy utility funds on 20-30% moves. So I've already told you where I'm at with this fund. Knowing what I know now, yeah, I should have bought a lot more. But I thought I would share this with you because $5,000 isn't an enormous amount of money that a lot of people, when they're first investing, could maybe digest a little easier than bigger chunks of change. So I wanted to show you something that I've been investing in with small amounts of money because I was trying to learn how it worked. And it's easy to look back now and go, yeah, you should have put a lot more money in it. Considering what I had in my money markets, I should have had way more money in it, but I didn't know how it worked. I wasn't sure I would be comfortable with this investment, but I've started to learn to make the most of this. I bet a lot of people are like me. A lot of people are watching stocks and doing all, but they don't buy it. And until you buy it, until you get skin in the game, you really don't do nothing. You don't have any action. So in order for me to do something, I had to put something in there. So I started putting in smaller amounts of money. what I'm going to do in the next video is I'm going to show you every buy, every sell, every stupid move I made, every good move I made, everything I did to get where I'm at in the last couple of years. So stay tuned for the next video. I'm going to give away everything I did, how much money I've got in this fund, and how I got to where I'm at.